Picture this. After months of anticipation, and perhaps even a full calendar year of waiting, your brand new electric SUV finally arrives in your driveway. It is the Audi Q4 e-tron, a vehicle you have tracked, researched, and dreamed about. Yet, as you take the keys, there is a nagging question. Did you make the right call? The electric SUV landscape is not just evolving, it is accelerating, with every season bringing seismic shifts in technology, competition, and consumer expectations. This is the world into which the Audi Q4 e-tron launches, one where yesterday's innovation is tomorrow's baseline, and today's frontrunner can become tomorrow's afterthought. The stakes could not be higher. Audi, a brand with over a century of automotive heritage, stands at a pivotal crossroads. Traditionally celebrated for its subtle luxury, meticulous German engineering, and the legendary Quattro all-wheel drive, Audi now faces an era where batteries, software, and charging networks matter just as much as horsepower, leather, or even that four-ring badge. The Q4 e-tron is not merely another SUV in their portfolio, it is Audi's bold declaration that it will not be left behind in the global race toward electrification. Built atop Volkswagen Group's flexible modular electric drive matrix, often known by its German acronym MEB, the Q4 e-tron aims to blend comfort, performance, and prestige while committing fully to zero tailpipe emissions. This platform, shared with vehicles like the Volkswagen ID.4 and Cupra Born, allows Audi to bring electric technology to a wider audience more swiftly, capitalizing on proven components while adding its own luxury twist. So, what does this mean for the everyday driver? Since its international debut, the Q4 e-tron has carved out a spot between the classic Audi Q3 and Q5 in terms of exterior dimensions. This careful positioning is no accident. Audi hopes to capture both urban professionals and growing families with a vehicle that feels just right, neither unwieldy nor cramped. Thanks to the clever design enabled by the electric platform, the Q4 e-tron's cabin is remarkably spacious. Reviewers have been pleasantly surprised, highlighting that legroom and headroom are on par with the much larger Q6 e-tron, which sits higher in Audi's electric hierarchy. Alex Ingram of Auto Express summed it up perfectly. Passengers won't complain about a lack of head or legroom because it's roomy inside and there's enough space in the boot for all their stuff. The boot, or trunk, offers a practical 520 liters of usable space, ample for family road trips, the weekly supermarket run, or even a couple of full-size suitcases. If you need more, folding down the rear seats expands the cargo area dramatically, reaching nearly 1,500 liters, rivaling many crossovers and even some classic estate cars. Practicality does come with a few caveats. Unlike some rivals such as the Tesla Model Y, the Q4 e-tron does not offer a front trunk, or frunk, since the underhood space is largely occupied by electrical components and, notably, the fuse box, which also encroaches on the glove box. This means owners seeking maximum storage flexibility may have to make do with less. Even so, the deep boot and clever interior layout ensure that the Q4 e-tron remains competitive in terms of everyday usability. Everything from the driver's seat to the door bins has been designed with modern lifestyles in mind. The high-set driving position gives an excellent view of the road, and the front seats offer a wide range of adjustment, catering to drivers of all sizes. There is a handy storage area beneath the floating central dash, perfect for smartphones or small items, while the door bins are generously sized. In the rear, passengers enjoy deeply contoured seats and a more reclined angle than in, say, a Tesla Model Y, contributing to long-distance comfort. Legroom and foot space are abundant, making the Q4 e-tron a genuine five-seater for both short city hops and cross-country adventures. But let's get into the heart of the matter, performance and technology. The latest Q4 45 e-tron delivers a robust 282 horsepower, providing brisk acceleration and enough muscle for confident overtaking on highways. Its range, as tested by the Environmental Protection Agency, is nearly 288 miles on a single charge, enough for most commutes, errands, and even weekend getaways, provided charging infrastructure is within reach. For those seeking even greater capability, the all-wheel drive Q455 e-tron Quattro raises the bar to 335 horsepower and unlocks faster charging speeds, up to 175 kilowatts at compatible public chargers. This means you can recharge from around 10% to 80% in roughly 30 minutes under ideal conditions, making long road trips far less stressful and turning charging stops into brief coffee breaks rather than extended waits. Safety is another area where Audi's reputation shines. The Q4 e-tron has earned a 5-star safety rating from both the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in the United States and Euro NCAP in Europe. Standard features include adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automated emergency braking, and a comprehensive suite of airbags and sensors. Audi's commitment to safety is not just about surviving crashes, it is about preventing them, with advanced driver assistance systems designed to anticipate danger and intervene when needed. Still, owning an electric car in today's market is no simple affair. The electric vehicle sector is in a state of rapid transformation, with demand, technology, and incentives all shifting at dizzying speed. Consider this. Last year, global deliveries of the Q4 e-tron reached just over 108,000 units. For context, this is a figure that would have seemed almost unimaginable for an electric SUV just half a decade ago. In the United States, Q4 e-tron sales rose by 5%, hitting around 8,500 units, with the Sportback variant adding nearly 3,000 more. However, these headline numbers obscure a more complex reality. According to data from Cox Automotive, electric vehicle sales in the United States dipped by nearly 6% in April of this year, breaking a long streak of growth. The market, once fueled by generous incentives and pent-up demand, is now entering a new phase of maturity, one marked by increased competition, evolving incentives, and lingering consumer hesitancy. Audi's top executives have taken notice. Only a few years ago, Audi committed to ending development of new gasoline engines, making a public bet on a fully electric future. But as the pace of electric vehicle adoption has fallen short of the most optimistic projections, Audi's CEO, Gernot Doellner, has acknowledged the need for flexibility. In a pragmatic pivot, Audi has resumed internal combustion engine development, signaling a willingness to hedge its bets and serve diverse global markets as the transition unfolds. For customers, another challenge looms large: patience. Lead times for new Q4 e-tron orders can stretch up to 12 months, especially if you want a bespoke configuration with specific trims or features. Imagine placing an order today and then watching as new battery technologies, software upgrades, or even entirely new models are announced before your vehicle is even built. This is a real risk in such a dynamic market, where the pace of innovation frequently outstrips manufacturing timelines. The ownership experience itself is a mixed bag. Reviewers have praised the Q4 e-tron's smooth ride, agile handling, and quiet cabin. Alex Leance of Motor Trend noted its responsive steering and composed dynamics, making city driving and highway cruising equally enjoyable. Yet he and others have pointed out that the cabin materials, particularly the use of hard plastics on high-touch surfaces, do not always live up to the premium price tag. For a brand that built its reputation on tactile luxury, this is a noteworthy shortcoming. Alex Ingram of Auto Express found the squared-off steering wheel reminiscent of the infamous Austin Allegro, a quirky design that works in practice, though the touch-sensitive controls are easy to trigger by accident. Ingram joked about unintentionally skipping music tracks while driving, a small but potentially irritating flaw, especially with rivals focusing on refining the human-machine interface for maximum intuitiveness and tactile feedback. Owner feedback echoes these professional critiques. While the Q4 e-tron benefits from the Volkswagen Group's widely used MEB platform, which should theoretically enhance reliability and reduce parts costs, real-world experiences vary. A user on Reddit shared that their pre-owned e-tron struggled to achieve its advertised range and occasionally experienced drive motor issues. Although battery degradation is relatively modest, approximately 1.8% per year in moderate climates, it remains a consideration for those planning to keep their vehicles for many years. Another sticking point is servicing and warranty coverage. Audi offers a standard 3-year warranty, which can be extended for an additional cost. However, this is less generous than the 5 or even 8-year warranties offered by some competitors on their electric vehicle batteries and other critical components. High servicing costs at Audi dealerships have been a sore point as well, with owners ranking Audi below BMW and Mercedes in recent satisfaction surveys. In the latest driver power survey, Audi finished 27th out of 32 manufacturers, a small improvement over the previous year, but still lagging behind its German luxury peers. Let's widen the lens and consider the broader electric vehicle landscape. Government incentives and tax breaks, once powerful drivers of adoption, are now in a state of flux. Several countries, including the United Kingdom and parts of Europe, have begun phasing out purchase subsidies, while others are doubling down on investments in public charging infrastructure. Solid-state batteries, long promised as a breakthrough, are inching closer to reality and could soon offer dramatic leaps in range, charging speed, and safety. Bloomberg New Energy Finance forecasts a robust 25% growth in global passenger electric vehicle sales this year, but this optimism is tempered by recent month-over-month declines in key markets. The implication is clear. While the electric revolution is advancing, it will not be a straight line. Plateaus, setbacks, and recalibrations are inevitable as technology, policy, and consumer sentiment evolve. So, where does Audi and the Q4 e-tron fit into this fast-shifting narrative? On the one hand, Audi has demonstrated adaptability. The Q4 e-tron now benefits from over-the-air software updates, enabling performance tweaks, new features, and ongoing improvements in charging and battery management. These updates can transform the ownership experience, making the car smarter and more efficient over time, a vital capability as digital ecosystems become as crucial as mechanical engineering. On the other hand, the competition is intensifying. Tesla continues to set the benchmark for range, acceleration, and seamless software integration, leveraging vertical integration and economies of scale to keep prices competitive. Hyundai and Kia have emerged as formidable rivals, with their Ioniq 5 and EV6 models earning praise for bold design, advanced technology, and customer-friendly pricing. These brands are also winning over converts with longer warranties and a growing reputation for reliability, a crucial factor as new buyers enter the electric market. Charging infrastructure, once a critical bottleneck, is expanding at unprecedented speed. In the United States, there are now tens of thousands of charging points, with major networks like Electrify America, ChargePoint, and Tesla's supercharger system growing month by month. Europe is witnessing a parallel boom, driven by both private investment and government mandates aiming to decarbonize transportation. This rapid expansion is gradually reducing range anxiety, a crucial psychological barrier for many would-be electric vehicle owners, and making long road trips in electric vehicles a practical reality for millions. Yet for Audi, the challenge is not just about hardware. The Q4 e-tron's underlying MEB platform is shared with more affordable Volkswagen and Cupra models, meaning differentiation increasingly hinges on software, user experience, and after-sales service. The battle for customer loyalty is being fought as much in the digital realm as on the test track. Features like intuitive infotainment, seamless smartphone integration, and compatibility with smart home devices are now must-haves, not luxuries. Looking forward, several plausible scenarios emerge. Imagine a world in which solid-state batteries become mainstream within the next 5 years. Such a leap could push the Q4 e-tron's range well past 300 miles and reduce charging times to under 15 minutes, a transformation for both daily drivers and long-distance travelers. Alternatively, if battery costs continue to drop, we could see an influx of affordable electric SUVs, forcing premium brands like Audi to either double down on luxury or compete head-to-head with more budget-friendly rivals. There are other headwinds, too. As cities worldwide implement stricter emission zones and governments ratchet up carbon reduction targets, automakers are under pressure to innovate while navigating global supply chain disruptions and unpredictable raw material prices. Any misstep, be it a delayed launch, a quality control blunder, or lackluster customer service, could open the door for nimbler rivals to seize market share. For the discerning consumer, what does all this mean? The Audi Q4 e-tron represents a distinctive blend of spaciousness, safety, and refined driving dynamics. Its elevated driving position offers a commanding view, while the back seats are engineered for genuine comfort. The deep boot, with over 500 liters of capacity, ensures that family outings, shopping runs, or even a pair of bicycles can be accommodated with ease. But potential buyers must weigh these strengths against broader ownership factors. Consider the warranty period, the cost and convenience of servicing, and Audi's track record for customer support. Investigate resale values. Early electric vehicles sometimes depreciated sharply, though this is gradually stabilizing as the market matures. Pay attention to the development of charging infrastructure in your area and research the feasibility and expense of installing a home charging station. Staying informed about emerging battery technologies and upcoming model updates is a wise move for anyone looking to future-proof their investment. For technology enthusiasts and investors, Audi's journey with the Q4 e-tron offers a fascinating case study in corporate adaptation. Watch closely to see which brands are genuinely innovating versus simply following the herd. Monitor customer satisfaction scores, warranty coverage, and the pace at which traditional automakers pivot in response to new market realities. As one Motor Trend reviewer remarked, the Q4 e-tron nails the basics, but the real winners will be those who go beyond them. Here is a little-known insight. While the Q4 e-tron sometimes receives criticism for its interior materials, its real strength lies in platform sharing. By leveraging the MEB architecture, Audi can quickly roll out software updates, benefit from economies of scale, and potentially leapfrog rivals in areas like over-the-air diagnostics and modular component upgrades. In the coming years, the battle for electric vehicle supremacy may be decided as much by software and service as by raw performance or luxury finish. Let's not overlook another key aspect: sustainability. Audi, like many automakers, faces growing pressure from regulators and consumers alike to reduce the environmental impact of not just their vehicles, but the entire manufacturing process. The Q4 e-tron's assembly plants in Germany emphasize renewable energy use, and Audi has publicly committed to reducing carbon emissions across its supply chain. Such initiatives could become decisive factors as buyers look beyond the vehicle itself to the broader footprint of the brands they support. So, can Audi and the Q4 e-tron adapt quickly enough to thrive in the era of electric mobility? The answer is not yet clear. Audi's illustrious past offers momentum, but only bold investment in technology, relentless focus on customer experience, and a willingness to learn from both successes and setbacks will determine its future. The next few years will reveal whether Audi can solidify its place among the leaders of the electric age or be overtaken by more agile, daring competitors. What is certain is that the pace of change in the automotive world will only intensify. The decisions you make today, as a consumer, an enthusiast, or an investor, will influence not just your own journey, but the future of mobility itself. Thank you for joining us. If you are hungry for more in-depth analysis of the global electric vehicle revolution and the technologies shaping our world, be sure to subscribe, leave your thoughts on Audi's electric ambitions in the comments, and stay tuned for our next global deep dive.